Hello gamers, this is Si, and welcome back to Which Way Games. It's time to welcome back the blue blur for the summer of Sonic, but who is his ultimate rival?
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
And with that being said, let's get on with the video. Now, before I begin the video, there are a few things I can finally reveal coming to the channel. Stuff like gaming timelines, theories and connections, the Versus series, and so much more. Nice. Of course, there'll still be retrospectives, the cartoon guy, as well as some extra special videos along the way. And with that said, I think it's finally time to begin part 1 of my Summer of Sonic series.
Since the 90s, Sonic the Hedgehog has had quite a successful gaming career, ever since his first adventure all the way back on the Sega Mega Drive. From there, his escapades would continue with more games for the 16-bit system, as well as other games appearing for a particular 8-bit system from Sega.
The Master System is still highly popular even decades later, and one gaming topic I'll come back to in the future.
With the popularity surrounding Sonic taking the world by storm, especially thanks to his 16-bit outings, the world's fastest hedgehog soon found himself appearing outside of the gaming world.
Some of these appearances were clothing, toys, as well as adventure books, where readers could make choices throughout Sonic's journey, but be warned, the wrong choice could lead to certain death.
Obviously, these adventure books with Sonic were popular with fans, and for some, these books were the closest way that they get to playing the games. However, it seemed that the gods of gaming took pity on us mere mortals, and as if by magic, a brand new comic appeared on the shelves that starred Sonic and his friends.
This of course was Sonic the Comic, which had a UK and an American release, and although they share the same name, they were completely different from one another. Of course, in today's video, I'll mainly be looking at the UK version of Sonic the Comic, but don't worry, I'll come back to the American version at some point in the future.
The idea for Sonic the Comic came into being thanks to Stay Sonic, a guidebook to the legendary Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Within its pages contained information about Mobius, as well as providing readers a brief history into Sonic's past.
Stay Sonic was essentially the backbone for all Sonic fiction within the UK at the time, and from this small book, the fantastic Sonic the Comic was born.
The most notable differences between the UK and the US versions of Sonic the Comic was the unique universe created for British fans that saw some changes to characters and the world that they live in.
Many of the heroes that gamers had only ever seen on the computer screen were given personalities that was somewhat different to what gamers originally perceived.
Sonic was more sarcastic compared to his American counterparts. Tails was still the young impressionable fox with a sense of caution, and as for Knuckles, he was still the heavy-hitting guardian of the Master Emerald that could give Sonic a run for his money.
Knuckles originally started out as one of Sonic's biggest rivalries, before going on to become a friendly companion, although over the years, the pair have always seemed to butt head over certain situations.
Now, in the early issues of Sonic the Comic, the adventures are quite light-hearted, with Sonic and many of his friends working together to save the day. Some of these fables would sometimes be a two-part adventure, but most of the time, each issue would showcase a special one-off story with some amusing results.
One such adventure was when Tails the Fox became partly roboticized, a bit like a furry Terminator. And throughout the story, he would lay the smackdown on Sonic before eventually saving our spiked hero, with Sonic then making fun of him immediately after.
However, Sonic wasn't the only hero of gaming appearing within the pages of Sonic the Comic. Other gaming franchises such as Golden Axe, Streets of Rage and Shinobi would also have their own comic strips with unique adventures.
The artwork within Sonic the Comic was high quality, which was a nice touch, especially for a comic aimed at a younger audience. And over the years, other gaming franchises such as Kid Chameleon, Sparkster and Echo the Dolphin would appear within the pages of this legendary comic.
Within the pages of Sonic the Comic, among the fantastic stories were Sega gaming related content. All of these were hosted by a strange robot known as Megadroid, who would do his best to give an insight into upcoming Sega games, as well as starring in his own one-off comic strip.
Now, when I was first introduced to Sonic as a child, I was immediately mesmerised, but when my friends showed me issue 1 of Sonic the Comic, I had to have a copy. And so I ran to the local shop as quick as my feet could take me to pick up possibly the last remaining copy.
Issue number 1 of Sonic the Comic felt like the holy grail of gaming related comics, with Sonic literally spin dashing off the pages. He would break the fourth wall multiple times, and it was this little detail that gave readers that connection with the fastest hedgehog of gaming.
Sonic the Comic would soon find itself being swept up in the massive Sonic craze of the 90s, with future gamers being introduced to Sonic via the comic.
With its rising popularity and the releases of the video games, Sonic the Comic will start to feature more stories that sometimes coincided with its digital cousins.
This couldn't have been more true for when Sonic 3 Knuckles was released, and as I said in a previous video, I remember when my mum bought me the Sonic the Comic Summer Special, which I must have read countless times cover to cover.
Games were giving an insight as to what actually happened to Dr. Robotnik after his defeat in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The mad scientist crash-landed on the mysterious floating Angel Island and crossed paths with Knuckles the Echidna.
Now for me, Sonic is that connection to my younger self, but if I could go back in time, I'd love to see what my face would look like when issue 8 of Sonic the Comic appeared, with a brown hedgehog on the cover.
This brown hedgehog was actually Sonic, and issue 8 finally revealed the origins of the saviour of Mobius.
Now I could reveal this origin story, but I think I'm going to save that for when I do the Sonic the Hedgehog timeline videos.
Stop teasing me.
Eventually, as the years passed and the popularity of Sonic the Comic slowly began to dwindle, the series would get thinner and thinner.
Some of the classic segments of the past were removed, but this did allow for other Sonic franchises to have their own comic strips, such as the Chaotic Screw, as well as Amy Rose herself.
Despite this, Sonic the Comic in the UK soon came to an end, which was a tragic event especially for fans of this beloved comic. However, shortly after its demise, the fans started to work together and bring Sonic the Comic back to life in an online format that eventually had input from the original writers.
It seems that the love for the Sonic the Comic franchise is still alive today, and hopefully one day I'll manage to own every single copy.
Overall, Sonic the Comic in the UK was hugely popular, and even now has a legion of loyal fans who would love to see the return of this classic comic. Maybe the likes of other Sega gaming franchises such as Shenmue will make an appearance in future issues, as well as some other classics from Sega's past. Either way, Sonic the Comic is a must-read for fans of Sonic, and with the possibility of taking the Sonic mythos to all new levels of outlandishness, I and so many fans like myself can only wonder what lays in the store for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Anyway, come back next time where the cartoon guy looks at the classic Sonic cartoons over the years, especially the legendary Sat AM. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.